Let's get it. It's the J and J show. Your
Jeez,
boy Jayo Sto here.
long time
Got my
coming.
boy Jay Lynch
Yes,
in the
sir.
building. Grew up with my boy, played ball together over 10 years. So the main reason I have him on is because the NFL season is looming
It
and
is indeed, man.
my guy knows his football, so I had to bring you
See,
through, bro.
see how
What's
I'm
good?
repping, man. You see how I'm repping.
All right, let's get right to it then. Your boy Cam Jordan gets a 2-year extension. How you feeling about that?
I mean, he deserves to stay from the Saints from the beginning of his career till now, right? He's been at the heart of the city. He's been one that's dominated. He's been a standout, a Pro Bowler for the Saints, and really and truly, it only makes sense for him to continue his tender with the Saints throughout his career, right? And he's been a captain. He's been a leader for the organization, and just everything the organization has been through, he's been there, steady, and just been a leader throughout the whole time he's been there Saint. So honestly, I can't be happier. I know I got to get myself a Cam Jordan jersey. You know what I mean? My name being Jordan, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta get that. I gotta get that on my back. And he's been a leader. He's been one of the cornerstones of the organizations through the ups and downs. And I'm excited for Cameron Jordan, and I'm excited for the season, really and truly.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, I think he's been the most important guy there since Drew Brees. Like
Yeah.
when I think of Saints and like this day and age, like the 2000s, I think Drew Brees, number one. And then
Hmm.
number two, I think Cam Jordan. I won't even front. 100,
Yeah.
100 plus sacks. He's a straight up beast, man. But there's good news, and then there's always some bad news. Your
Yeah.
boy Trey Turner seems like he's out for this season. How y'all gonna recover from a top O lineman
Yeah.
being out?
100%. That was a huge loss. I see we try to make a move in the offseason and pick up some depth in our O line, and we need it, right? Our O line has been something that we needed to address. I know we picked up Cesar Ruiz in the draft, and we drafted Trevor Penny as well, and we're trying to constantly build up our O line, and it's something that we're struggling. I think we're trying to be a team that's run first, right? We have Condre Miller, we have Jamal Williams, we have Alvin Kamara. We want to run the ball, right? But you can't run the ball with a O line that's not the strongest, right? And there's clearly holes, right? We've
Mhm,
seen Drew Brees get hurt, and
mhm,
that was because of our O line. We've seen James Winston get hurt, right? Or
mhm,
go battle injuries, and that's again protection, right?
mhm.
And Andy Dalton as well. We had to go the Andy Dalton route last year, and that didn't vote well for us, right? So
Jeez, never gonna go
protecting
well.
protecting our quarterback, we made a big acquisition of picking up Derek Carr, right? So we need a O line that could protect Derek Carr, right? And if we're going to be able to be an offense that can run, have a three-headed monster with Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, and Condre Miller, we need an O line that can do that, right? So that loss of Trey Turner is huge because I believe he was going to be the depth in our O line, right? If someone suffers an injury, Trey Turner's there, and Trey Turner's very versatile along the line, right? But now he's out. We're hoping that Penny, he's coming off a foot injury. Hopefully, he can recover and be a stable in our O line. But who knows, right? That's the thing. So again, it's a tough loss. I don't know what to expect with our O line protection. I know we do have some studs there, but I think with the O line, you can never have enough depth. So it's a tough loss.
When it rains, it pours, though, man.
Yeah,
Alvin
yeah,
Kamara, we know he's about to get that suspension,
yeah. Spoke with
and
Goodell yesterday.
ooh, I feel like how much games do you think you're gonna get? Because I feel like it's gonna be like 6, 8,
Yeah,
but
I'm looking at six.
I'm thinking
I'm
like
look.
6, 8. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
gonna be like no Deshaun Watson 11,
Hmm.
12 games, but I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be 6, 8, and I think that's gonna be tough for y'all, man. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's gonna be tough for y'all, especially if Derek Carr plays like how he played last year.
Yeah.
If he plays like that, man, I don't know. I think y'all be that. It's gonna be between y'all and the Bucks. I'll be honest.
You think so?
I
You
think
think
so.
the
I'll be
Bucks?
honest. I'm gonna be honest. If
Okay.
Derek Carr was doo-doo last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Last year
So
he was
I
doo-doo.
100%. Yeah. So
Mad emotional and everything.
to go back on the AK suspension, like he went to Roger Goodell. They had a conversation yesterday or Wednesday. Today he spoke on the podium. at Saints camp, just addressing everything. Again, I guess he was accountable about the whole situation. He apologized. So he did everything right, right? So hopefully that votes well in the decision, and hopefully it gets lessened to 4 rather than 6 to 8, right? But who knows? But again, that's a loss. But again, we picked up Jamal Williams when we talk later about off-season acquisitions. That was
Touchdown man.
Yeah, touchdown man. So Derek Carr, right? To go into Derek Carr, I watched the post on by Warren Sharp. Warren Sharp, he's well known in the NFL analyst community, and he posted a video of Derek Carr in the red zone. Last year in the red zone, he was terrible. Every time he got into the red zone, it was either get into the red zone, 3rd and goal, or 1st and goal, and then they're kicking a field goal or it's a turnover, right? So that's one thing that they have to address. I think we have the pieces that can help him, but again, he had pieces in Las Vegas, so I can't say that, right? He had Devontae Adams, he had Waller, he had Hunter Renfrow,
yeah.
And then he had Josh Jacobs in the back.
That's what I was saying. I was just gonna say that if you look at it, he had the best receiver in the league and the best running back in the league. There's no excuses.
Yeah. So
there's no excuses.
So Derek Carr, like again, the Saints have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of support, but so did the Las Vegas Raiders, right? Maybe we have a better defense than the Raiders, but I still don't. I'm not that confident in Derek Carr, to be honest. So even though we made the move to have a quarterback, because it is a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm confident in his ability to lead the Saints team to where they need to be. He's going to have to, again, do better in the red zone, right? And we're going to have to see that. Again, we are trying to help him. We have targets like Michael Thomas in the red zone, Jimmy Graham.
Hold on. Michael Thomas?
Hold on.
Wait, Mike who? Mike who? Jay Lynch. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hold on, can't guard Mike.
He has missed 40 of the last 50 games, bro.
Okay.
Is this guy serious about football? Or he just ran? You remember that Ply song, right? You know the song I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Ran off with the plug twice. You got that contract, fam?
Yeah.
You got that contract? Eating good.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been to New Orleans before, bro.
I have. Yes, I have.
You have, of course. You have to. You're a super fan. You know football. That's your squad.
Yeah.
Bro, you get that type of money. You know what this reminds me of, bro? You get that type of money. You're in a city with good food. Good pee is there. It reminds me of the Zion Williamson situation, bro.
Yeah.
What can you do? You can't say no to good food and good pee. These guys, are these guys serious about their sport? I just want to know. And especially since Drew Brees retired, is he scared he's not going to get the same production now? Because, bro, when he started his career, he was looking like a Hall of Fame player. And ever since Drew Brees left, bro, there's no way you're telling me an ankle injury.
Yeah.
That's you out that much. Wrap that up twice. Wrap that up 3 times. And then I heard on my NFL Network yesterday or 2 days ago saying, I'm going to try to correct all my mistakes. Bro, you haven't been in the weight room. You haven't been rehabbing. I don't know. I can't take this guy serious, bro.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, and it's quite annoying. Especially last year, we go into the season. He starts the season with a 2-touchdown game, and then we don't see him again.
Bro, and a lot of people, there's some guys I know that were saying, this AJ Terrell guy, he's locked down. I'm like, guys, this one season, and he hasn't faced an elite receiver like that. Yeah. I knew Mike T was gonna cook him in week 1. Cooked him.
Yeah. Again, slant boy, Michael Thomas. Yeah, again, he's been disappointed. I can't be wrong. But outside of him having Drew Brees, he's been disappointing. And again, injuries are injuries. Again, people bounce back from injuries and some don't, right? Again, he signed the contract. He's been milking it and just relying on these injuries, right? So again, Michael Thomas, his return, I don't know. I really don't know, right? Yeah. But again, he is no longer our wide receiver 1, right? We have Chris Olave, right? So again, I only see Michael Thomas as a red zone threat, right? We get into the red zone, we can get him isolated. back shoulder throws, jump balls, and hopefully he can come down with it, right? Olave is going to be the one that's, again, getting us up the field. Alvin Kamara, despite his suspension, will be the one that's getting us up the field. And then hopefully we can pound the rock with Jamal Williams as well. But again, like I said, if we're going to look at the NFC South as a whole, I know the Saints are leading the division in terms of betting odds, of having the best odds. I know they sit at it like 2.6 or something like that. But again, I'm not even confident in that. Like, I know it's looking like a weak division. We have a Tampa team that just lost Tom Brady.
Yeah.
They're inputting Baker Mayfield. They have a little quarterback competition with Baker and Kyle Trask, but Baker's probably going to win that. We have a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young.
Oh, they got it. They got it.
Who? The Panthers?
They got it. Panthers got it, man.
No, I disagree.
I'm telling you, Panthers
it's going to take some time.
Bryce Young is ready.
Knock on wood.
Bryce Young is ready, and Frank Wright is a hell of a coach. They got it. Man.
What's Bryce Young gonna do when he's running into Cam Jordan? What's he gonna do?
That's probably the only guy he needs to be scared of.
That's what I'm saying, right? So I don't know. I'm concerned for his health, similar to Kyler Murray, right? And he doesn't have the ability.
Though. He doesn't scramble though.
100%. He doesn't have the ability like Kyler Murray.
I don't think it's the ability. He doesn't want. That's not who he is.
Look at Trey Lance.
No. We're not comparing Trey. We're not comparing Trey Lance and Bryce Young.
100% we cannot. Why can't we?
Bryce Young has played at the highest level. Trey Lance went to North Dakota State.
100%. I agree. But he's a top 3 pick.
Yeah, but that's
mistakenly. But
nah, I value Bryce Young on a different level. SEC, he's playing big dogs every single week. This guy, he also has the whole year from a COVID year.
He also has the weapon. He's gonna at Alabama. He's gonna have the best.
Bryce Young didn't have weapons at Alabama. He didn't have those Devontae Smiths, those Jalen Waddles, those Julio Joneses, those Amari Coopers. He didn't have those, and he still balled out.
He had Jameson Williams, did he not?
No, he didn't. That was yes, he did, but that wasn't his year last year. That was the first year.
Okay.
But
regardless, it's Alabama football we're talking about. He's gonna have the top tier recruits and one of the best players in the country, right? That leads in the O-line and the receiving group as well, and the running back group. So nonetheless, he's played at the highest level, but with having the best player. Now he comes into this Carolina Panthers team that is not as strong in the NFL or in the division, right? They brought in. He doesn't even have a wide receiver one. No, Adam Thielen.
No, I think they have a little bit of a squad, man. Adam Thielen is there.
Yeah.
They got Mayu from Philly. You're a Philly guy, you know.
Miles Sanders. Yeah.
Their defense is decent. Their defense is decent. J.C. Horn, Brian Burns.
Yeah, and they have a solid defense.
Your boy again. Von Bell is there.
Yeah, they picked up Von Bell.
So, bro, I'm telling you, if I were to put my money on a squad to win the NFC South, my squad would be on the Carolina Panthers. Well, and I'm not even being biased because I went to school in Carolina.
I understand. Put your money where your mouth is. That's gonna have value. That's gonna have a lot of value.
It has a lot. It has a lot of value, and as you said, it's a quarterback-driven league, right?
Yeah. You're saying Bryce Young's the best, walks in and he's the best quarterback in the NFC
He
South.
walks in right away and he's the best in the South right away.
Okay.
I stand on 10. I'm standing on 10 on that.
Agree to disagree, man.
Yeah,
we can revisit this conversation for sure, right? But again, like I said, we look at the Carolina Panthers. I think they have a great defense. Their offense is going to take some time. Bryce Young is going to take some time, right? Really and truly, I almost hold the Atlanta Falcons to a higher regard than the Carolina Panthers.
Not Mariota, man.
Now Mariota's gone. Mariota's with the Eagles. They're starting Desmond.
Mariota's gone again?
Yeah, he's with the Eagles. Goodness. You didn't watch the quarterback Netflix documentary?
I'm only on episode 3.
Yeah, so at the end he went to the Eagles. So he's the Eagles back.
This guy's out here spoiling it for me, bro. Holy.
Fam, this is NFL talk, bro. Up on that. What do you mean?
Let's go. Yeah, facts. No, but I wanted to talk to you about Jimmy G, not obviously the Jimmy G on the Vegas Raiders, but your Jimmy G is back. Jimmy Graham. I honestly think this is just like a he's just gonna come there. He's probably not gonna produce because he's getting up there in age. This is just like a victory lap. Come back
Yeah,
home, retire as a Saint. How do you feel
yeah.
about that?
I have to be excited about it. Jimmy G,
Mhm.
like during that window of Jimmy G, Drew Brees, Marcus Colston,
Lance Moore,
Pierre Thomas, Lance Moore, like
Devery Henderson.
that's when, and Deuce McAllister,
Yeah,
like
that's Saints.
that's the Saints. That's the Saints
Yeah,
team I knew. That's the
yeah.
team I was playing with in Madden. Like that's the team, like that I fell in love with, right?
hmm
So I know his dominance. I know what he was in the past. Of course, this is like 10 years later from that. But I think his veteran presence will be good for Jawan Johnson and for Foster Monroe. So clearly, we might be in a lot of two tight end sets.
Yeah.
Might help us with running the ball and stuff and having different looks. But I like it for the organization. I think we're doing right by him, and he's doing right by the organization. Coming back, and it will bring back a lot of excitement when we're running up the tunnel and they see Jimmy G. They see Jimmy G with the 80. We see him get a touchdown. And he dunks the ball on the
Yeah,
goalpost. That's what's gonna do to the Caesars dome, right? It's gonna
yeah.
explode in there. So again, I like the move. I like it in a sense of excitement for the fans and excitement for the direction of the team. But again, that doesn't mean anything unless Derek Carr is producing.
Yeah. No, that's such a signature celebration by Jimmy G. Always
Yeah,
dunking it. It reminds me of the Gronk spike, right? So
exactly.
yeah, it's legendary. But I want to talk about top five at those glamour positions. I
Mm-hmm.
want to go with wide receivers. So majority of people say Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. I disagree.
Uh-huh.
But before we get to number one, just like off the top, like who's your top five when it comes to wide receivers right now?
Right now, Devontae Adams,
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase,
yeah,
Jefferson,
yeah.
and Cup.
And Cup. Yeah, okay. So me and you, we agree.
Yeah.
I'll actually say my top five in order. So I have Adams at one, Jefferson at two. At three I have Chase. At
Mm-hmm.
four I have Diggs, and at
Yeah.
five I have Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know. You agree with that also?
I
Close,
think
kind of
that's
close.
I think that's accurate. I think Devontae Adams, and it's unfortunate for him right now. He had Derek Carr last year. He still put up great numbers.
14 touchdowns.
14 touchdowns.
14 touchdowns.
He
Jefferson
went
only got
crazy.
eight.
He went crazy last
He
year.
went
Really
crazy.
true.
14
He went
touchdowns
crazy.
with Derek Carr playing like he was leading the league in interceptions.
Yeah, yeah,
Until
yeah,
McDaniels is like, nah, I'm sick of this. Touch
yeah,
the
yeah,
bench. And
yeah,
then Jared Stidham came in and he's still catching touchdowns.
yeah. I agree.
And
So it.
yesterday, remember, Hall of Fame recognized Hall of Fame.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers already told you yesterday. He's like, yeah, 17 is the best receiver in the league. And my
Mm-hmm.
17 now has some traits like him.
Right.
So Aaron Rodgers is talking the truth. Aaron Rodgers knows I know. Like
Yeah.
Devontae Adams still the number one guy in the league, man.
Again, Jefferson is just number one because of popularity right now. Right. He's the hottest thing in the
Yeah,
league. Right.
the gritty friggin'
The
went
gritty's
so viral.
global. Yeah, it's
You got
global.
you got
So
Vid you got Vinny, you got Vinny. We're soccer fans, right? You got
yeah,
Vinny
yeah.
with the gritty and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, women World Cup, they're doing the gritty too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like he's the hottest thing. So that's why everyone's list is gonna have Jefferson because he's the face of the league, or they're trying to make him the face of the league,
Trying to,
right?
yeah. Has the
So
grills.
exactly. So with him, they're always gonna have him in that top one. But if we're gonna look back in the last 5 years to now, we gotta put Adams almost at one,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So again, Cooper Cup, you can't take nothing away from him as well because he was. If he didn't get injured last year, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if his numbers with Devontae Adams will probably be the same, right?
Yeah.
So again, like Cooper Cup is still one of those guys that you have to have in the conversation,
Oh,
right? Because what he
100%.
did in our Super Bowl year and continues to do, he's
Bro,
unguardable.
yo, Jay, he was playing like Jerry Rice that year.
Yeah,
Triple crown, Super Bowl MVP,
yeah,
Super Bowl champ. Nah,
yeah.
that was
Out of
different.
control. It was out
That
of
was, that,
control.
that was different. All right, I want to get to DBs. I want to get to DBs. So
Mm,
obviously Madden comes out with their ratings,
yeah.
ESPN, CBS, all these networks come out their ratings. But
Mhm.
dude, what was Madden thinking putting Jalen Ramsey as a number one rated corner? That's so embarrassing. Like, no, I know it's a video game, it's not real life, but like
Yeah.
you still have people at EA Sports at Madden getting paid. You're getting
Mhm.
paid and doing that?
Yeah.
Jalen
Yeah.
Ramsey hasn't been number one corner for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Like this is
100%.
not
We saw the Super Bowl. We saw what happened in the Super Bowl.
cooked.
Yeah.
And
He,
even and
and he's
even
been getting cooked since then.
he's been getting cooked. I'm telling you. I
Yeah.
remember when they faced Brady was coming back on them in that playoff game.
Yeah.
Against the
Yeah.
Rams,
Mike
right?
Evans on his head top.
Mike Evans on his head top.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Jalen Ramsey's always around. He's always in big games, but he's always getting cooked.
Always.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, he's not the Jaguars Jalen Ramsey anymore. Because
No, not at
remember,
all.
you make your name at these small markets, these small clubs, and then
Yeah.
once you sign that big money contract to the big club, it's like certain people that go and sign with Real Madrid. Certain
Mhm.
guys shouldn't do that because the stage is too big.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying the stage is too big with them, but like he's declining, he got his money, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
He got his money. He got his Super Bowl. Like Jalen
yeah.
Ramsey's on the he's kick up right now. You think of the injury that he suffered? He's like, I have a little work to do on my knee. Yeah, yeah. Fix that up, man. I'm cool for the first 6 weeks. I'm chilling. Training camp? No, it's not one of those, man. My knee's
Yeah.
not, my knee's not right. Fix it up, clean it up, and I'll
No.
be good for week 7.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
what he's on.
Oh,
He's
for
on the,
sure.
the tail end of his DB career. When they don't really care to get burnt and stuff like that. If they get burnt, they're still talking things. And so he's out there to just grab up with the receivers, push, 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 talk some trash. The ball gets thrown to him. He's catching it, and he's like, and he's talking. That's
Trust
all
me.
he's at. He's just out there ball hawking, trying to catch an INT, and that's that. He's not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
trying to shut down mans. He's not on
No,
that.
reminds me of I'm a Patriots man. Reminds me of like Asante Samuel. He's not really locking you up, but he's cheating.
Yeah,
He's just he's trying to be that ball hawk. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Did you have a chance to watch the Hall of Fame game yesterday?
I watched a bit of it. Yeah, I watched a bit of it. I saw majority of the first half. Jets started out with a lead. There were some turnovers, and then Cleveland with I guess one of the rookie quarterbacks that they drafted from UCLA. He led them to the comeback. So yeah, that's what I watched from that game.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it because I see Deshaun wasn't playing, and
Yeah, and
if
Rodgers
Deshaun's
didn't
not
play.
playing, I don't want to watch because I want to see that get booed, right? So he wasn't playing. I was like, there's gonna be no excitement in this game. But yeah, speaking about the top DBs though, like I think it's interchangeable. It could be PS2, it could be Sauce. Like you agree there?
Yeah,
I know Marshawn's gonna come up in the mix for you, but
for
I'm
me
pretty sure
personally, yeah.
Marshawn's a top 5, not top 2.
I mean, the thing is, Marshawn, like, he's always out there. He's giving it
He's
his
always
all,
up there. He's always up there.
and he's always trying to ball. Yes, like the numbers might not show it because he's going up against your number ones, and he's following around number ones, right?
Yeah,
and he's
man.
going head to head with Mike Evans.
I was just gonna say that.
Head to head with Julio Jones.
I don't care what games are on. You could have Giants, Eagles, you could have Patriots, Jets, you could have Bills, Chiefs. I don't care. If Saints and Bucks are on, I'm watching just for Marshawn against Mike Evans, bro.
Yeah, because it's fireworks every time. Every time it's gonna be fireworks, man. Every time.
So it's like such a matchup. And like at the end of the day, as much as they scrap, they still respect each other at the end of the day. Even though on the field it may not look like that.
Yeah, on the field it's war.
Each other across from each other, they're putting in that work. They're going 100%.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, to go back on the DB talk, I have to give Darius Slay a mention for sure if we're going to discuss top 5 DBs.
I'll throw my boy Jair in there.
Yeah, Jair Alexander over there in Green Bay as well. He's a dog. Who else is out there? Sauce, PS, of course.
And then your guy.
Marshawn. Yeah.
That's my top
Terrell. AJ Terrell is I don't know.
I don't think he's ready yet.
He's not ready because like Falcons suck and they're always getting cooked.
Always.
So he's not really there. DBs, if we're gonna mention DBs and safeties, or just straight corners?
Straight corners, man. So
Straight
so
corners, eh?
honestly, wide receivers we did,
Mhm.
DBs we did.
I
Last
guess you got
one,
to bring up Xavier Howard too.
yeah, Xavier Howard, not bad, not bad,
Yeah,
not bad. We're gonna go quarterbacks. Obviously, it's a quarterback-driven league. Mike
yeah,
Sando, well respected in the game. He came out, works with Athletic. He came out with like his tiers of quarterbacks.
hmm
And I'm not mad at his tier one, but who he had at five, I don't agree. So he had obviously Mahomes is the best. And two, he had Burrow. Three, he had Allen. Four, he had Rodgers. Five, he had Herbert. Like
Herbert.
I think Herbert is a beast,
hmm
but I put Lamar in five because Lamar has proven more. He's won playoff games. And
Yeah.
yes, Herbert, he looks good with numbers, but he doesn't have the accolades as Lamar. Hasn't been MVP, hasn't won a playoff game.
hmm
And whenever I'm pretty sure when they played last year, Lamar just
So he didn't have Hurts.
he had Hurts and Lamar and Dak in tier two.
Okay, so he had Mahomes, Burrow, Allen. Who was four?
Rodgers and Herbert.
Rodgers and
I'm
Herbert.
putting Lamar
Yeah.
ahead of even Hurts because as we mentioned, like Hurts, we know Hurts is a baller, but again, it
hmm
was 1 year. We've
Yeah.
seen Lamar do it multiple years.
Yeah.
Herbert, again, we haven't seen him do it multiple years. This was his
hmm
first time making the playoffs. Remember, he
Yeah.
was in the same draft class as Burrow
Tua.
and Tua,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Burrow clearly surpassed Herbert and Tua.
hmm
I don't agree with Herbert being at five. I put Lamar at five, and then I even put Hurts above Herbert. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, especially as a Justin Herbert fantasy owner. Last year it was a headache, right? It seems like he's putting up all these big numbers, or it looks like it. We see all these long balls, these deep passes, and then there's no touchdowns, right?
And it's not like he
So
doesn't have Mandem.
he has bare them. Yeah.
What? For
Austin Eckler's
days.
back there, Keenan Allen, Michael Williams. He has Quentin Johnson this
He all
year,
he all has our Bregin. He has one of the
and Josh
he has a
Palmer.
beat on
Yeah,
man.
yeah, Joshua Palmer as well. So yeah, like again, like, and he has a good O line. Like he has protection. I know he got hurt, but hey, man, honestly, like I think it's just he has the look.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah,
He has the look. He's the white face
yeah,
quarterback of the league. Like he
yeah.
has that.
Long
That bodes
hair,
well for him. Long hair, sunshine.
some pimples on his face, still looking like a kid.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to push him. I can see them pushing him because why
Yeah,
not? They have to push this new generation of quarterbacks in a quarterback driven league. So again, like same thing's gonna happen with Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna try to push Trevor Lawrence too, right? And again, like I don't think Trevor Lawrence is that far from Herbert, really and truly.
I don't
I don't.
either. I
I
don't
don't.
either.
You saw what he
They have Trevor Lawrence in tier two also.
Yeah, I don't think he's that far from that group,
Trust me.
and hopefully he can show it, right? And I think he's taking some time, but he got his quarterback. I mean, his head coach now, um, the old Eagles coach.
Yeah,
So
Peterson.
yeah, Peterson. So I think year two, we're gonna see a next level for Trevor Lawrence, right? They have the defense. They have a nice receiving core. They picked up Calvin Ridley. He's back now. They
Mm-hmm.
have Christian Kirk, right? They have Etienne in the back, and I think they drafted another running back as well. So I think Trevor Lawrence is probably that sleeper for me. That's going to take that next step to even maybe leap Hurts and Herbert, in my opinion, because I
Mm-hmm.
have Lamar at 5 as well.
Yeah.
Right? I think you can't take what he's done in the past for granted. Right? He dominated the league, and he continues to dominate the league by himself. Look at his team.
This
Look
is
at his offense.
this is his
The offense
first
is
year.
terrible.
This is his first year with real weapons.
Yeah,
And
if
I'll be
that. I
and
don't think
if
the
that
weapons are
exactly
that
because we don't
crazy.
know what OBJ we're gonna get, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And then Zay Flowers is unproven, and then Rashad Bateman is always hurt.
And then Mark Andrews is his only weapon.
That's the only guy.
Yeah.
That's the
So
only
you
guy.
got to give him a lot of credit for what he has around him. Like if you put Lamar on the Eagles, fam, what's going on there?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying,
No,
right?
I know, I know.
So that's the thing. We'll see. They're trying to build around him. They got him some pieces this
They
year.
got him some pieces.
But I think Lamar, especially if we get to that fantasy talk, like that's gonna be a sleeper to pick up. Because he's gonna clean up. He's not gonna do as much nonsense where he fumbles, drops the ball, and throws
Yeah,
interceptions. I think he's gonna clean up his game because he has a supported group around him.
yeah. I speaking about fantasy and like people you can't sleep on. I know my youth is 5-20 as a starter, Justin Fields, but now he
Mhm.
has a couple guys. They're DJ Moore, Bob Tunyon, Chase Claypool. He
Yeah.
has a couple guys now. So you know what I'm saying? I think we're a little too harsh judging him. If you look at the stats, there was not one game
Mhm.
last year where he threw over 30 times. And that's
Yeah.
because he had nobody to throw it to.
Mhm.
Now he has some guys. Let's judge him now. Let's judge him.
Yeah, I agree. And really for my betting folks out there, like he's sitting at 2,300 for offensive player of the year.
Yup.
That's something you might want to look at.
Mm-hmm.
2,300 as well for MVP. That's something
Yeah.
you might want to just throw a little $10
Yup.
on because you never know if DJ Moore could be that wide receiver one. He still has Darnell Mooney over there. He has I think they picked up
Cole Komet's there.
Cole
Deontay
Komet.
Foreman's going to be their running
They
back
have
now.
Tunyon. Yeah, they have Foreman. Uh, they have weapons. Hopefully, the O line is a bit better.
Yeah.
And hopefully his passing has improved. But again, you know what he can do when he's running the ball, and it's hard to take him down, right? So if he can get, and he's had terrible coaching,
Oh
so
my goodness.
if he's able to get better coaching and decision making and play calling, sky's the limit, really and truly. But again, it will be tough. But again, I think that division is for the taking.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, a lot
Again,
of
like
people are on the hype train of the Lions, but are we
nah,
really gonna be on that hype train for the Lions? I don't know.
no, not me, not me. Again, like last year was an amazing year for them, and they didn't even
For
make the
sure.
playoffs. The
Right.
Lions are gonna have two amazing years back to back.
Yeah. They're gonna
Never.
struggle. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
just one of those organizations like, yeah, they have talent, but
like the
what
Clippers.
happens? Yeah, exactly. What happens when golf is just not right?
Yeah,
What happens when a man gets injured?
yeah,
Amari Brown, St. Brown gets hurt.
yeah.
What's going?
It's
What's
a
going
rap
on?
ski. It's a rap
Yeah.
ski. All right, so it's a lot of free agents, like a lot of big names, a lot of big names out there. I want you to give me a player and a team you could see him going to. Any free agent that's out there. There's plenty. There's Zeke. There's Kareem
Mhm.
Hunt. There's Robert Quinn. Actually, yesterday Yannick and Ngakoue just
Got picked
signed with.
up.
Yeah, and he got picked up by the Bears. A nice little 10.5.
Okay.
But yeah, even playoff Lenny's out there, man.
Yeah. Playoff Lenny is out there. I think how that's gonna go. Well, again, we'll just do it. You can
Yeah, yeah,
give
yeah.
out a
So I'm
name.
I'm gonna I'm gonna throw a name at you. You just
Mhm.
give me a team.
Yeah.
So and even I could throw a name out there. You could be like, yeah, there's no team. So just because I said that, I'm gonna say Julio.
Julio. Julio Jones. Man, it's gonna be one of those where
Get
someone's
on the
gonna
islands, man. Just
an
just just
all
kick up with a
all
coconut water.
it's gonna be one of those all season injury type teams. Like they lose a receiver and they're like, let's go get Julio. But man, Julio's finished.
That's
Julio's
done.
finished.
So
Yeah, he's
done.
done. We saw him. What was it? The Titans
So
when
done.
they thought they could do like a two-headed monster or
No,
something.
no,
But it's just I think he's done. I don't even know. Oh no, Tampa. He's on Tampa with Godwin and Mike Evans
nothing.
and Cameron Brate, Tom Brady.
Nothing.
Zero production.
Oh, come on,
Nothing.
man.
So I don't. I think there's nothing out there in the market for Julio.
Yeah. So out of all those three running backs I mentioned, who do you think gets picked up? Hunt, Zeke, playoff Lenny. Maybe all three of them do, but who do you see getting
I
picked up
think
first?
first,
Like who do you think teams value the most?
I'm surprised that Buffalo is not making a move in the running back space because they need to be able to run the ball. Josh Allen can't keep running the ball, and I know they have James Cook, and I think they picked up someone else. But they should make a move for someone that they can tote the rock. That so Josh Allen doesn't have to continue to always be that guy that's running the ball. So I would say I think Zeke gets picked up first. I think he might even go to your team, the Patriots. But hey, and I think Zeke is the perfect player to have that done for that Patriot team.
Yeah, and he has that leadership, he has that presence, he has that experience, right?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I totally agree. Even though I wish we would get another wide receiver, but hey, you can't have too much running backs, especially knowing how banged up they get.
Yeah, I wish we got that Patriots outlook because they're down bad. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. All right, and that's a wrap. My boy
Sir,
Jay Lynch came to join me. I'm sure we're gonna see much more from him as the season goes on. Jay Lynch,
100%.
drop them your IG, man. Get some people
Yeah,
to follow your stuff.
100%. You can follow me at J_Lynch11. That's all social media handles. Again, there's gonna be more coming from me. I used to have a betting podcast called the All Is One Podcast. You could follow that on Instagram too. We hopefully be returning, so we can do. Hopefully, we can have Jay still on my podcast and
Jeez.
do a home and away podcast.
You already
Coming,
know.
all is coming. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, Jay Lynch. Everybody, you already know. Like, subscribe. More content coming your way. We
Yes,
out.
sir. Who that nation?